This is some pretty big news in the comic book community, and I'm getting a lot of pushback, of course, across platforms for saying that porn should absolutely be banned. In a polite and civil society, that's a good thing. And I'm sorry if you don't like it, but that is my stance here. Because pornography's really ruined a lot of people, and probably in everybody who is opposed to it and going crazy about it against me is addicted. And it does alter your brain chemistry and cause problems. Now, Stripe has made a move now on Kickstarter in order to change this. And I'm applauding this. I think it's great. So let's get into the news in just a moment. If you like actual comics that have real storylines, that are not pornographic, that are changing the culture, that are away from Marvel and DC's garbage woke content these days, and actually have real stories with real heroes, go check out my stuff in my web store. I'm doing something a little bit different. I'm making full graphic novels of all these wonderful things. There's 66 pages plus all of them, and there's something for everybody in here. My highest recommendations will be The Cosmic Warrior and Overmind. I think those are my best written ones. Though Flying Sparks builds to a beautiful story over 5 volumes. Dynamite Thor is very silly and funny. I'm actually talking with the artist of that about doing a second volume right now, too. And we're chugging right along, changing the industry by doing real books. And that's something that's been a problem on Kickstarter. If you go to Kickstarter and actually look up the comics, maybe I'll just do this to kind of illustrate this for you guys. Kickstarter.com. Let's just go through and check out some of the projects real quick. It's really hard to find just actual comic books a lot of the time. Let's go by popularity because, of course, we want to see what's popular out there. If you go out there immediately, what do you get here? Okay. Is this a comic book? What the heck? It's some weird thing, and it looks like somebody's weird lesbian fetish. And then all they do is sell these uncensored covers that have nothing to do with the actual comic by much better artists who actually are inside the comic right there. You see this all the time on Kickstarter. This is a lot of what is being sold these days. It's like 80% of the top comics are this. They're not, and look, $31,000. So as a comic creator who's actually making real comics, you have to get people to sift past that, and it's really difficult to do as they're all stuck in the consumer trap. Now, a lot of people have voiced their concerns to Kickstarter about this over the years, and I talked to the head of Kickstarter Comics Outreach, asking him what they were going to be doing about this, actually a couple weeks ago, because I saw an email saying, with a rumor that this was going to be clamped down upon by Kickstarter. Now, Sam Kusek, I hope I pronounced that right, super cordial and nice guy, said that Kickstarter understood and he heard the concerns about real creators who actually care about comics doing things here. And Kickstarter right now was not going to make any changes. And if they were going to make any changes, they'd make an announcement about it. But Kickstarter is also beholden to a different sort of scenario, which is a company called Stripe. Stripe is a payment processor. And so this is what I always like. There's so many companies behind all this stuff. You really can't start your own very easily on this front without at least working with the rules of some of these other companies all the way up the chain. Now, Stripe, basically when Kickstarter runs all the transactions for credit cards at the very end of the campaign, and they do it at the end of the campaign, they then appeal to Stripe, and Stripe charges everybody, and then Stripe looks at it, and then Stripe disperses the funds out. So if Stripe decides they don't want to disperse the funds out, they are in a different scenario. Now, this comic went up the other day, and as you can see, it's just a naked girl running around, and I'm not going to show the covers they're selling. One of them is like, she's bent over in a way that like, it's not just some boobies. Let's just say that it's way, way over the line. And he received a notification from Kickstarter because he was not going to be able to get paid out on this project here. He says, total BS that it can't be fixed. He says, hi there. Thank you for your patience. This is Kickstarter. We're sorry about what's going on. We're working about escalating the issue to Stripe as there appears there's a mistake on their end. We will continue to advocate for your work and remind them that you've had multiple successful campaigns in the past. Unfortunately, seeing as the project has ended, the project will need to be relaunched because Stripe has disabled the credit card transfers on their end. The errored payments will not process. We greatly apologize for this experience, and we will follow up as soon as we hear back from Stripe. So right here, Stripe was not allowing this project to be paid out. And they got a second one here once they were updated. Stripe has informed us your account was disabled as an adult-themed content our comics are not supportable on their platform. Should you choose to launch a comic that is not an adult-themed comic, you are welcome to relaunch on Kickstarter. He said there's thousands of comics on Kickstarter with adult themes that have no problems getting funded. So there's probably just a line that Stripe goes, nope, this is full-on pornography versus not. And I'm guessing it has to do with that cover that this guy had, because it was, yeah, I mean, like I said, I don't want to put it up on YouTube. It's at that level. So I'm guessing it's that. Plus, if you look at the interiors, like the entire thing was just naked lady in the interiors too. So there really wasn't much to this project beyond just complete porn. Even the one that I was showing you when I was looking at this right here, even though they're obviously in those sort of scenarios too, it looks like a humor comic to some level. And so you've got some story. They do have clothes on at least. And so, I mean, it's a little bit of a difference than what he's offering here. And that's probably where the line is. Now, should the line of porn be somewhere else? Should it be further than where this guy went? Or should it be dialed back to where the one I just showed is considered that? That's, open for debate. And, I obviously have my stance on it. And I think, you probably have a very similar stance to me if you're watching this channel. But this is where it is right now, and this is where Stripe's going. I do kind of agree with this guy right here that there are a lot of other comics that have gone way towards this line that Stripe has not bothered with before. And so it does seem a little inconsistent, but maybe they're just clamping down on it because this has become such a permeated problem on Kickstarter that it is something that Stripe does not want to be a part of anymore. Why is Stripe censoring art, as they have no part other than making money in the process payments? Every comic I've funded before has had some adult content and zero issues. There's tens of thousands of NS not safe for work comics on Kickstarter that have no problems getting funded. Anyone have any other Kickstarter funded sites that don't deal with Stripe that allow adult content? And so there is the question mark right there for this guy whose comic is now not funded. But I guess, you'd really have to talk to Stripe, and of course they're going to be notoriously hard to talk to. But I'm guessing there's a line that they go, this is too far versus this is not too far. And this is something new. So we'll be following this as it goes along. If more projects get hit like this, this might be a turning point for Kickstarter, which is something people do need to be aware of one way or another. And very interesting stuff going down in crowdfunding comics. Leave a comment down below with what you think about this. Hit the like and subscribe button. Make sure to check out my comics on my web store, which I appreciate. And we had some great sales this week. You guys are amazing. We'll be back soon.